Hey guys, so welcome to a new video of Growth Traders. So yes, we are starting a new month tomorrow, and for that, of course, it is a good time for us to analyze the markets based on its current price action and also find out some great positional trade setups that I feel should do well in the near term based on their price structure. So without further delay, let's get started. So of course, first of all, let's switch to the chart of Nifty. So the Nifty, if you look at the daily time frame as of now, it is trading right at around the 21 period exponential moving average, right? So it is at a very crucial support zone as per the current price action. Now if I switch to the hourly time frame, you can probably see here that we observe some sort of a small short covering on our previous session. Now since the prices have bounced a bit from this support zone, we have to observe how the markets open on Monday, right? So yes, the US market did recover quite a bit on our previous session after the markets closed, and thanks to that we can probably observe some sort of a gap of opening, especially in our IT sector, right? So since we are trading at a support zone, so there is a good chance of a small upward movement, especially in the first half on Monday, right? So if the markets open gap up, so if I switch to this 5 minutes time frame, if the markets open somewhere around 19700, right around this zone, right, 19700 or maybe 19650, right, this is the closing for the previous day session. So if the markets opened around 19700, then most likely we are going to observe some profit booking in the first half that is going to be done through the gap filling, right? So if the markets open gap up, we can try for a gap filling trade setup in the first half itself, right? And the possible support for the price on the lower direction could be of course the previous day low, and of course this previous day closing as well, right? So it depends where the markets are likely to head, where the market makers are likely to move the markets in our upcoming trading sessions. So based on that, the markets will decide its trend in the Monday's first half, right? So that is the trade plan for Nifty. So if the markets open gap up, then you can try for a gap filling trade here. If I switch to Bank Nifty, so the Bank Nifty hourly time frame, so here we have a very beautiful structure that is forming up, right? So each time the prices touch this bottom diagonal support zone, so we get what? We get a bounce from here, right? So the previous time the markets bounced pretty strongly from here, but the question is, how long will the markets keep on going up, right? So yes, we can probably observe some round of buying from here, but most likely this is not going to end up very well, thanks to the fact that the markets have already moved a huge amount in our last few weeks, right? So most likely the important resistance zones in this case will be 46,000, right? Very important area, and then the 46,200 mark, that is the all-time high. So even if the market starts to go upwards, then what may happen is, if 45,600 is taken out on the upward direction, then the markets may move till 46,000, and from there we can again observe some round of profit booking. So we are like, if I were to talk about my view, what I expect is that the markets are slowly moving into a phase of consolidation before the next round of buying comes in. Sector specific movements, stock specific movements are going to continue thanks to the overall bullish market sentiment, of course, right? So that is the trade plan for Nifty. If I open FINNIFTY, right? So that is again one more important chart to analyze. So if I open FINNIFTY is also pretty much like Bank Nifty. It is nothing special. But here, we don't really see any great structure here. If I were to mark this trend line, you could see that it has been broken down. So it makes no sense to mark this. So most likely, the markets again here will go for a small round of upward movement if the Bank Nifty favors, if the other financials favor, right? But again, the chances of the all-time high getting reclaimed is pretty low, thanks to the fact that the markets have already moved a lot, right? So hope that makes sense to you. Now we have covered Nifty, Bank Nifty, and FinNifty, right? Let's switch to a few stock specific setups that I find will do really well in the next 1 or 2 weeks, right? So the first chart is of course our JK Tire. So JK Tire, you can see it is doing very well. It has formed a very impressive price structure. It has been consolidating for a few days after a good round of buying, a good breakout, and again the price has started to move upwards with very strong volumes, right? So if you look at this price structure, it is pretty bullish, right? It is looking absolutely amazing. If I switch to the weekly time frame, here also things look very bullish. The weekly closing has been absolutely amazing. So the short term targets can be till around 320. Okay, the first target can be around 300, followed by 320, right? So yep, you can enter here on a positional basis if you get a good chance to enter, right? Do not go for FOMO, do not buy at the high. I have already made my entries at around 260. So yep, if the markets start going upwards, then most likely we are going to see 300 very soon. The second setup is HAL, right? HAL is looking very strong, right? HAL, you can see the daily time frame closing has been great for the previous week or the previous month. If you look at the monthly closing as well, it has been pretty okay, right? So most likely what may happen is if the markets sustain above this high, then we can observe the targets, intraday targets of 4,000 followed by 4,100, right? So again, this is a very good setup for intraday as well as short-term BTST, right? The third setup that I have on my list is the Cummins India chart. So you can see here, it is also a very good chart. It is a very similar to HAL. The prices have closed around at the all-time high. All the time frames look decent enough. So most likely again we are touching 3,000, sorry, 2,000 here. Maybe tomorrow or maybe in the next two trading sessions. And from there on, we can observe further round of buying, right? So that is the overall market analysis from my side with a few stock specific setups that should do well if the markets favor, right? So hope this helps you uh, determine your trading system for the upcoming week. And yep, you can join our free community. The link is in the description. So we post lots of live market setups over there. We also share lots of learning resources. So yes, it is a great place for you to get started with your trading journey. All right, see you in our next video. Thank you for watching.